3. Pixie followed on her master's heels through the yard in front of a rusting trailer and watched as the man unscrewed the top of a decaying bird feeder before setting the dented lid on the ground. The small gray and white shepherd mix had monitored everything Robo did for almost 7 years now, and she led a happy and pampered existence. A life of Riley. Robo took a deep breath and inhaled the landscape, resurrected at the onset of spring, painted green on the hillside by E. Cummins's perhaps hand. She would have liked the foreign silence. Robo was certain, if she had given it a chance. Robo emptied the small bag of birdseed he held under his arm into the container before securing the contraption to the limb of the dogwood once more, slightly crooked but workable. The big man could hear the rhythmic thud of a basketball bouncing on earth as two boys played in the yard beside another trailer a few hundred yards away. He watched the game for a moment and then let his gaze wander back to the uninhabited land, rolling in the distance away from his Tennessee home. Crossville was 30 miles to the northeast and Nashville more than an hour further. Robo's home was in the middle of nowhere. A squatchy area for sure. Perfect. Robo was excited. He had received two credible reports posted on the Bigfoot investigation team's website. What excited him, though, was that they were nearby and in Tennessee. He had never been to Tellico, even though it was only a couple of hours away. Then again, he had lived here for less than a year. Well, he didn't want to go there alone, and without his team and their equipment, he hadn't heard from anyone in almost a month. The continuation of the show was still uncertain. These reports were fresh, though, within the last 2 days, and time was of the essence if he wanted to see the Tennessee Squatch. He had seen two Squatches in his lifetime, and both of them had been during investigations within 2 weeks of receiving and acting upon credible sightings. The bouncing of the ball had stopped, and Robo realized why when he saw the boys running in his direction, intent in their purposeful stride, even if it was on unfinished, lanky legs and feet that hadn't grown into yet, the taller one lagging a step behind and pushing his tape-repaired glasses back into place every few steps. The 11-year-old boys were major fans of the Bigfoot team show. "What are you kids doing on my property?" Robo asked when they were close enough to hear him. Pixie looked up to Robo, then back at the boys, wondering why in the world he would say such a thing. "Robo, you don't care," Sam, the smaller one, said. "Sam, you don't know that. Is Robo your real name?" Sam asked. Dex, who had yet to speak and might not, adjusted his glasses. "Of course it is," Robo said. Then he continued as if he had changed his mind. "No, it's Robert, but they kept calling me Roberto and Bob and sometimes Robbie. It was all too confusing." "Why are you so big?" "I drink my milk, Squirt." "Can you dunk a basketball?" "Probably," Robo said, succumbing to a smile. "Why do you wear a hat?" "Why do you ask so many questions, kid?" Robo pushed the long hair escaping from under his hat, his favorite, the one with the outline of a Bigfoot on the front, behind his ear and took a deep breath as he shook his head from side to side. "You're not mean." "I know. I'm just messing with you. You guys are getting pretty good at basketball." Both of the boys nodded as if to agree that they were getting pretty good. They were 11, and the world was their oyster. "Where's your mom?" "She likes you." "She does? Everybody likes Robo," Robo said, ready to change the subject, even though he was the one who had initiated it. "Are you going to be on TV again?" "We'll see. I'm waiting on the call. Getting ready to go squatching again, though." He almost added an invitation for them to go with him. It would have been a good thing for the boys. Squatching was work, though, at least now, and Robo had to admit that it took some of the pleasure out of the thing he loved most. "Okay, I gotta go get some things ready. You tell Misty I said hello, okay?" Robo retreated to his trailer with Pixie in tow and considered getting his things together and driving to Teleco. After deciding to wait one more day, he pulled up the team's website to browse through reports. The Teleco sightings were lighting up the forum board. The reports seemed legit. Then he heard it. The low growl. The long howl of Bigfoot. It was Billy's ringtone.
Talk to me, boss.
Hey, Robo. I'm devising an itinerary. I'm required to have all the plans by tomorrow. I'm almost certain we've received approval for another season.
What do you mean, almost certain?
He's just playing, boss. I'm trying to finalize the deal for this year's show. Is there anywhere you think we should go? A human interest side? Something promising?
We're getting reports from Teleco here in Tennessee. I was planning on journeying over there myself, if I didn't hear from you guys.
That's close to you?
Couple hours. Less. I don't know.
What else?
Oh man, it's beautiful. One of the reports, a good one too, was from Bald River Falls. A great backdrop. Two sightings too. One of them was a call to the 911 center, pretty close to the falls, and the other was nearby, and just before the call.
Billy was quiet and seemed to consider the comment. Okay, I'm going to pitch that as our first destination. Let's hope we get the go-ahead tomorrow.
What about Rink and Cable?
I haven't called them yet. We'll see. I've got work to do. Robo disconnected and sat down in his recliner. Pixie joined him. She didn't seem to have a preference about where she wanted to be, content to hang out with her main man. From his seat, Robo could see out the back window and across the dry valley into the prickly pines being overtaken by nightfall. He absorbed the quiet, letting it seep inside him to bathe his soul. Robo was certain she would have loved it here. He watched for Bigfoot.